Hi friends, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a full foundation, full coverage foundation look. And I'm really excited to show this to you. This is something that I wear on a pretty regular basis. So yeah, let's just jump in and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be priming my face. I'm using the Benefit Professional. And I really like this. It really helps to smooth out my pores and it helps my makeup to sit a lot better and last a lot longer. Alright, now that that step's done, we are going to do a little bit of concealing. So I have two things that I need to conceal. I need to conceal under eye circles and I also have to conceal redness. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and conceal my redness. I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. And I really like this. I feel like it works really well with concealing the red pigmentation in my skin. And to do that, I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush, just their stippling brush, and just the smallest amount of this product. This is one of those products that you really can't be heavy-handed with. If you're heavy-handed, it's not going to sit correctly on the skin. It's going to look really cakey, and you really just want this to be a light application anyway, just to conceal the redness, not to act as your foundation. Okay, so after we're done with that stuff, you can see that my skin has evened itself out quite a bit. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to conceal the dark circles underneath my eyes. So for this, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Crown. I really like this. It blends out really easily and it has really full coverage. So I'm applying that under my eyes, but I'm also going to apply this around my nose area. Be sure to be extra careful around that eye area. I probably should be using my ring finger for this instead of my middle finger, but I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I had picked up a couple different foundations and they're just a little bit too dark for me now, so I'm just using this one. And I really do like this one. I think I discussed this with you guys before, that like when I first got it, I hated it. And that I really didn't use it. Now that it's on my face, I'm going to use my Tarte foundation brush and I'm just going to blend this in. Sorry, there's people outside. I'm like being nosy. Make sure to bring that foundation down onto your neck. You don't want any harsh lines right through here. You want it all to blend together. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my face. Because I have more of a cool undertone to my skin, I'm going to be using the Radiant Rose Prep and Prime Brightener. Just twist it up. You can kind of see the product comes out of the tip here. And we're just going to highlight under this area. We're going to highlight down the bridge of our nose. And then our forehead and our chin. I know this looks a little crazy right now, but honestly this is a really great step. This is just a MAC 217. And I'm just going to blend this out. I'm gonna switch back to my foundation brush and just blend this all back in. For the next step, we're going to bronze our face, bring some color and dimension back in, since we had kind of taken it out. So to do that, I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I'm just going to dip the brush in the powder, tap off the excess, and just kind of bring this on the temples of my forehead, the hollows of my cheeks. And then we're going to bring this down the sides of our chin here to help sculpt this out. So if you look at contouring and highlighting in a more retrospective way, the best way to look at it is anywhere that you apply bronzer, you're going to make look thinner, and anywhere you apply highlighter is going to make it look bigger and bring the features forward. It's really important to be aware of where it is that you're putting the contour and the highlight. Okay. So now that I'm done with this, I'm just going to take my foundation brush one more time and just go over the areas that I just bronzed, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. My cat has found a fly that's on the wall and he's meowing at it. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to apply a little bit of blush to my cheeks. Today I'm going to be using the MAC Peaches. This is a beautiful blush. I've talked about it before. And I'm just using just a random blush brush, powder brush. This is a very orange tone blush. You have to be a little bit light-handed because it is very pigmented. And I'm going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks, light-handedly. This is so pretty, you guys. I love this blush. Okay, so we're almost done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. And I'm going to take just a flat foundation brush and I'm going to highlight right on this cheekbone here. So there's about 2 or 3 more steps. So usually as a part of my foundation routine, I go ahead and fill in my brows. So I'm just using the Anastasia brow powder. And for me, I don't, especially on like an everyday basis, I usually just take the spoolie end and I dip it into the lighter color. And then I just run that through my brows. It's more of just a fill-in technique than anything else. Because I don't know. Is it just me? I'm not good with my brows, you guys. I think that's probably like my biggest makeup weakness. I feel like the couple times that I've tried to sculpt my brows out, it just doesn't look right, and yeah, I end up looking like a hot mess. Do you guys hear my neighbors? Like, seriously? The one bad thing about living in an apartment is you can hear everything that's going on like all the time. Okay, so we're almost finished. So one of the final steps is I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is in Light Plus. And a big powder brush. I'm just going to dust this all over my face. This is just going to set everything in place so it doesn't move. And I like using a powder with a little bit of color behind it, just because it's multi-purpose. You can use it as more of a foundation, or you can use it as a setting powder. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is the final look. And yeah, this is pretty much what I do every day. Sometimes I switch the products out a little bit. So, you know, these products are in rotation between other products and other foundations and other powders, but this is the one, these are the sets that I use the most often. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a nice thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye!